Peter, good to see you. Where does all of this leave Ukraine, do you think?
Well, it leaves Ukraine in a very difficult position. President Trump and the US administration are putting extreme pressure on Ukraine at the moment, not the type of pressure that they're actually putting on Russia. And of course, the removal of intelligence support is absolutely critical. This will have both strategic and tactical consequences. Despite Ukraine being outgunned and outnumbered on the battlefield, they've effectively fought Russia off basically into a standstill. But this will potentially allow the Russians to gain tactical advantages on the ground to potentially move the battlefront forward. And this, if extended over a long period of time, could put Ukraine into a really difficult position when it comes to peace negotiations. Now, the Trump administration said this could well only be very temporary, and that they're willing, if this deal cut is to return Ukraine back, turn the tap of intelligence and military support back on. But the longer this goes on, the more the advantage sits with Vladimir Putin.
Absolutely. Peter, I also wanted your thoughts on the tariff war underway. We've seen retaliation from China. Indeed, China signalling just yesterday it's ready for any sort of war with the US. Obviously not a comforting thought, particularly here in Australia as we see those Chinese warships circling our coast.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Trump tariff war or tariff engagement, as we can see at the moment, is full of different approaches depending on the day that we're with and depending on what the president has to say and what tweet he's sending out. So we're seeing a backwards and forwards move. Trump tariffs are on in some areas and not. But one of the consistencies we have seen is that he's going to be consistent with tariffs against China. The Canadian and the Mexican tariffs are on and again, off again. And we're seeing reciprocal tariffing trade issues being put in place. Now, what we know, tariffs are actually very low. The average tariff with the United States is around 3%. If they put reciprocal tariffs on, some of these will go up to 6%. But what's really concerning here is President Trump hasn't explained why he wants these tariffs. Is he attempting to put a protection wall up for over a very long period of time that will help grow American and protect American industries? Or is it to raise money? Or is it some combination of this? Or is it indeed what it seems on some levels to punish some countries? So it's very hard to figure out what the end game is when Donald Trump is playing the ways and means, the theatre of tariffs, without really articulating what the purpose and intentions of the tariffs is. What we can ascertain is he clearly believes that the international system is not working in the United States' favour. And this is one way, an executive way that was within his power to try and change that calculus.
Yep, the president's shaking it up, no doubt about that. Peter Dean, always appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.